two people at the two sides in front of the keke.
I will confuse them to come to the market.
Congratulations to the media. You have done incredible work.
In NS, it will show you what it does.
The Senate observed that PPP has consistently engaged in underhand dealings.
Since the man just come back, nothing to talk to followers.
When your brother is producing something and you patronizing your brother.
Listen to Planet's 101.1 FM news at 7 a.m., 12 noon, and 6 p.m. with our news in special English at 2:30 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. Planet's Radio 101.1 FM, revolving around you.
In the news at noon, United Nations Children's Emergency Fund called for reinforcement of efforts towards protecting rights of children in Nigeria as 2021 Children's Day is marked today. Akwa Ibom State Governor Udome Manio reiterates commitment to capacity development of youths. SPFL Developers FZE unveils first project under SPFL Gas and Petrochemicals Free Zone in Akwa Ibom State. On the foreign scene, U.S. President Joe Biden orders investigation into coronavirus origin. In sports, Kano Nwankwo and Aziza Oshoala congratulate Samuel Chukwueze on winning Europa League title with Villarreal. Details coming up shortly. Good afternoon and welcome to the news on Planet Radio 101.1 FM. Uyo, my name is Xavier Robert. Beginning the news this afternoon is the United Nations Children's Emergency Fund, which has called for reinforcement of efforts geared towards protecting the rights of children in Nigeria as the 2021 Children's Day is marked today. Making the call in a statement to commemorate the 2021 Children's Day, the UNICEF's country director in Nigeria, Peter Hawkins, lamented the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, saying it had threatened decades of progress the world body made for children's development. Hawkins commended the efforts of the Nigerian government at all levels and urged society to protect education, health and protection services in response to the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on children. He noted that the Nigerian children were resilient, talented, and are always aspiring to do great things, pointing out that it is the responsibility of government to give the children the platform and encouragement to excel. Away from that, the Southern Governors Forum has insisted that there was no going back on its Asaba resolutions, just as it called on the federal government to shed itself of the excess weight it has appropriated over time. Chairman of the Southwest Governors Forum and Ondo State Governor Rotimi Akeredolu said this during the Senate Committee public hearing on the review of the 1999 Constitution in Akure, Ondo State. The governor, who described the current system as not sustainable, said the federal government should only coordinate and receive royalties. He submitted that all the agitations of Nigerians must be looked into with a view to improving the economic power of the average citizen, stressing that the best way possible was to allow each region flourish in its areas of comparative advantage. Back here, Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike has made a donation of 600 million naira to support the Akwa Ibom State government in the establishment of the Akwa Ibom State University Teaching Hospital. Governor Wike, who announced this in his speech during the groundbreaking ceremony of the proposed teaching hospital at the General Hospital premises, Awa, on our local government area, as part of activities marking the 6th year anniversary of the Governor Udome Manio's administration, commended the Akwa Ibom State government for the massive investments in the health sector, which he said will ensure the well-being of not only the people of the state, but that of the Niger Delta.
with a sum of 600 million. Now, any money spent anywhere in Niger Delta is not money wasted. I have confidence in the governor of this state, and I know what he can do. I will sleep with my 2 eyes closed because I know from his antecedent, you don't need to worry. He's a committed man. He's a man who believes in God.
Earlier in his address, Governor Tumi Emmanuel, while explaining the reason for the establishment of the teaching hospital, said it was designed to provide an avenue for training of doctors and other health workers for the health sector of the state.
It's been our passion that having developed so much in terms of secondary healthcare system, that I'm going to step a little bit forward to tertiary healthcare system so that we can train people to maintain the standard and lead us to the goal of where we are going to. We must train our people. And the only place we can train people is a teaching hospital. I want to assure the VC it's going to be a world-class facility. Without teaching hospital, you can't have College of Medicine. So we must first of all set up a teaching hospital, well-equipped. Then you can apply for College of Medicine, which is the step we are taking.
Government House correspondent Jane Uwa reports that Governor Emmanuel further used the occasion to thank the Boa Group and other friends of the state for partnering the state government to improve the health sector of Akwa Ibom. In the meantime, Akwa Ibom State Governor Tumi Emmanuel has reiterated the commitment of his government to ensuring the capacity development of youths in the state in various fields to enable them qualify for engagement in the different companies attracted to the state by his government. Governor Emmanuel, who stated this at the groundbreaking of a petrochemical and fertilizer production factory in Eastern Obolo local government area, assured the people that the first phase of the project would be completed and commissioned by his government.
So the whole of this zone, up to where we do the deep sea port, will be declared a proper industrial zone. And that's why we declared it as oil and gas free trade zone, so that can help also your businesses. The entire swampy area will turn to industrial hub, so that can provide jobs for our people. I want to also appeal to the youth. I've received some messages about the local content. I'm trying to see how much we can build capacity. This is the time for us to start training. Whether you like it or not, if you don't know how to fix a boat to turn to a petrochemical plant, there's nothing we can do. We must look for those that can do it. We are going to start what we call train the trainers. So we are going to also train people in this oil and gas field.
In his address, Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike, who performed the groundbreaking ceremony, urged multinational companies operating in the Niger Delta region to always engage indigents of the region in their operations. According to him, the excuse by some of the companies in the area that there were no qualified personnel from the region for employment was not tenable, as there were adequate qualified manpower in the region. He therefore stressed that the Niger Delta region is safe and ready for more investments.
The government has provided an enabling environment by giving confidence to the investors. That's why the investors today are here. Don't mind those, the enemies of the people of Niger Delta, who will say that Niger Delta is not safe. What I have found out is that Akwa Ibom has produced a lot of manpower. I don't think there's any field in this world today you can say Akwa Ibom cannot boast of. But one thing I don't like is that when you go to where people are investing, they say, we don't have people who are not qualified. I don't like that word. Akwa Ibom has a lot of qualified people. Sometimes when you come to a place, even the store manager, the license officer, come from other areas. What is the store manager that Akwa Ibom man cannot be?
Earlier in his goodwill message, the paramount ruler of Eastern Obolo, Chief Harry Eteto, commended the state government for attracting the investment to the area, noting that it will lead to an industrial revolution in the state.
I am glad to be associated, to be a part of the industrial revolution in Akwa Ibom State. And I want to say that posterity will celebrate you, because I know when this project is completed, this project will help us to do away with the boys who have nothing to do. I know that by the time this project is completed, all of them will come back home and then enjoy the benefit that has occurred during our time.
Meanwhile, Government House correspondent Jane Owa reports that the Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike also inaugurated the 10.9 kilometers Nkanawa Iman Road linking Itinan and Onalaka government areas. In a related development, the federal government's National Gas Expansion Program NGEP received a great boost yesterday with the foundation stone laying ceremony by Governor Domimaniel and his Rivers State counterpart, Governor Nyesom Wike, for the Giwa Gas FZE, which is coming up in SPFL Gas and Petrochemicals Free Zone within Eastern Obolo, Akwa Ibom State. In a release signed by the Group Managing Director of Giwa Gas, Mr. Tony Chukwueke, the project will help boost the economy of the state as well as that of the nation, while also significantly reducing the harmful effects on the environment done by flaring of gas, adding that it will open a gateway of opportunities in the oil and gas industry by significantly unlocking volumes of gas to the midstream plant, a great milestone for the state and opportunity for the local government area. The Group Managing Director further stated that the project, which is the first project in the Liberty Free Trade Zone, will surely be the biggest success story in all of West Africa, as the people of the state and especially Eastern Obolo will be giving their complete support in making sure the project becomes a success, stressing that the plant plans to utilize 40% of its production within the country to boost the production of LPG, along with increase in production of fertilizers, as the energy requirement of the state will meet substantially and in creating more jobs for Akwa Ibomites. While thanking Akwa Ibom State Governor for his investment-driven policies, Mr. Chukwueke also recommitted that SPFL Developers FZE is determined to play its role in the energy industry in Nigeria. He elaborated that the plans of SPFL Developers FZE is to optimize the byproducts of oil fields, including petrochemical, fertilizers, polymers plants in future, adding that in long run, such endeavors will minimize the import dependency, saving forex exchange of the nation, and increase earning by exporting the products to different parts of the world. Dignitaries who graced the occasion aside the two governors included members of the State Executive Council, corporate organizations, traditional rulers and youth of the host community, among others. On a separate development, all is now set for the hosting of a one-day economic summit by the Okanafon Economic Development Committee, UKEDC. The summit, which is jointly organized with the Okanafon Local Government Council of Akwa Ibom State, will be held on June 1 with the theme Repositioning Okanafon for Sustainable Development. A press release issued by the chairman of the Summit Publicity Committee, Anyekpeno Mkpanang, and made available to Planet News indicates that the summit will take place at the Local Government Council Hall, Ikorok Bangkok, by 10 a.m. The 24-member Economic Development Committee, which is headed by Elder Dr. Idongesedudum, and which was inaugurated on February 4 this year by the local government chairman, Pastor Godwin Hinyang, is a pan-Okanafon eminent citizens group established to partner the council in forging a new template for sustainable development. During the summit, a fellow of the Chartered Institute of Personnel and Development, Idarian Isaac, will present a paper on education and capacity building for Okanafon sustainable development. Also, the chairman of Ibom Air, Imobasi Jacob, will speak on entrepreneurship as the catalyst for Okanafon's sustainable development, while Anyekan Willie of Mantra Protection Solution Limited will present a paper on security, an enabler for investment and sustainable development. The outline of program for the summit shows that Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Udom Emmanuel, is expected to officially flag off the summit, while Barrister Anyeka Nomana, the managing partner of Udodoma and Bello Sajie legal practitioners, will take a thematic presentation on the summit, which will be moderated by an award-winning veteran journalist, Ray Ekwu. The release invites indigents of Okanafon local government at home and in the diaspora, development partners and investors to the summit. And from the Congress of Former State Legislators, Akwa Ibom State Chapter has elected new executive members to pilot its affairs, with Obong Saturday Akman, who represented Ukanafon State constituency between 2003 and 2007, as the Congress leader. This was the outcome of the 2021 elections of the body, which took place at Wadbridge Hotel in Uyo. Other elected officers are Uwem Ekanem, Deputy Leader, Achibong Inyang, Uyo Senatorial District Leader, Ini Ikot, Eket Senatorial District Leader, Obong Usenobong Okpabio, Scribe, Asukwo Odiong, Exchequer. Others are Kennedy Ekong, Attorney, Sarah Isarikot, Director of Finance, Inyang Eno, Assistant Director of Organization, and Ernest Ukmong, Assistant Director of Protocol. In his acceptance speech, Akban thanked members for the confidence reposed in him and his executive, and listed the achievements of his first term to include fulfillment of the basic aim of the Congress as enshrined in its constitution, and promoting the 3 R's: respect, recognition, and relevance of former state legislators in the scheme of things in the state. The Congress leader thanked the state governor Demi Maniel for his support to the Congress, pledging support to the governor's completion agenda. He appreciated the Speaker Nyekan Bassi and members of the 7th Assembly for their cooperation and solidarity with Congress, as well as the former Speaker and member representing Etinan Nsribum Surubium Federal Constituency on Norfolk Lurk. Present at the event were the state chairman of the People's Democratic Party PDP designate Elder Anyekan Akban, Obolopum Ete, Chief Uno Etemuno, and Obong Ekong Samson, among others. You are listening to the news on Planet Radio 101.1 FM. Let's take a breather and then bring you more stories from the foreign sports and entertainment scenes. Just stay with us.
Hit music. Brand new hits. New music. Trending and still banging.
Can't get enough of it.
On Planet 101.1 FM, Uyo.
Thanks for staying with us. And now on to the foreign scene, where U.S. President Joe Biden has ordered intelligence officials to redouble efforts to investigate the origins of COVID-19, including the theory that it came from a laboratory in China. He said the U.S. intelligence community was split on whether it was the result of a lab accident or emerged from human contact with an infected animal. Biden asked the groups to report back to him within 90 days. China's embassy in the U.S., however, warned against politicizing origin tracing. Elsewhere, a military official has disclosed that Mali's interim president and premier have been released 3 days after they were detained and stripped of their powers in what appeared to be the country's second coup in 9 months. Family members confirmed that President Barndao and Prime Minister Mokhtar Oun had been freed. Those close to them said the 2 men have returned to their homes in the capital Bamako, though the conditions of their release were not clear. Their release was reportedly one of the demands of the international community. In sports, Nwankwo Kanu and Aziza Toshola have congratulated Samuel Chukwueze after winning the Europa League title with Villarreal. The Yellow Submarine claimed the title for the first time after a nervy 11-10 penalty shootout win against Manchester United in Poland last night. The game ended in a 1-1 draw after 120 minutes of energy-sapping football, which saw Edison Cavani cancel out Gerard Moreno's first-half strike. Chukwueze missed the game as a result of the injury he picked up in the semi-final clash against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. The Nigerian international scored 1 goal and recorded 4 assists in 11 appearances in the competition. And on the entertainment scene, American actor Brad Pitt has been granted joint custody of his children with American actress Angelina Jolie following a lengthy court battle. Jolie had filed for divorce in 2016, and the pair have since been engaged in the custody battle, largely shielded from public view. Reports say 57-year-old Pitt and 45-year-old Jolie are parents to Pags, 17, Zahara, 16, Shiloh, 14, and 12-year-old twins Vivienne and Knox. And while the oldest, 19-year-old Maddox, is not subjected to the custody decision. It's been the News on Planet Radio 101.1 FM, Uyo. But before we go, a quick recap of the major stories. United Nations Children's Emergency Fund has called for reinforcement and efforts geared towards protecting the rights of children in Nigeria as the 2021 Children's Day is marked today. Akwa Ibom State Governor Udome Emmanuel has reiterated the commitment of his government to ensuring the capacity development of youths in the state in various fields to enable them qualify for engagement in the various companies attracted to the state by his government. The federal government's National Gas Expansion Program received a great boost yesterday with the foundation stone-laying ceremony by Governor Udome Emmanuel and his Rivers State counterpart, Governor Nyesom Wike, for the Giwa Gas FZE, which is coming up in SPFL Gas and Petrochemicals Free Zone within Eastern Obolo, Akwa Ibom State. On the foreign scene, we told you that U.S. President Joe Biden has ordered intelligence officials to redouble efforts to investigate the origins of COVID-19, including the theory that it came from a laboratory in China. And in sports, a reporter that Nwankwo Kanu and Azizat Oshoala have congratulated Samuel Chukwueze after winning the Europa League title with Villarreal. For comments and coverage of newsworthy events, do call our newsroom on 0812-770-2940. Visit our website on planet101fm.ng and follow us on Twitter at planet_101fm. Also like our Facebook page at planet101fm. Uyo. The news was edited by Jane Uwa. As we end the news, be reminded that it is during our darkest moments that we must focus on the light. Together, in unity, we can rise above our challenges as a nation. My name is Xavier Robert, wishing you a terrific afternoon.